This is the reflection of Angkor in the pool just outside the inner complex at sunrise. The sun's behind those palm trees over there, so depending on your angle, it's already up. I'm gonna look a little closer and go inside now. It's super crowded over here. I'd seen people's photos of the sunrise, and so many people, really almost everyone I talked to who said they came here for the sunrise said they didn't get to see it because of the weather. So I guess I'm just lucky that there's an actual sunrise with it's actually nice when there's like a few clouds there to give it some color as it came up. I watched it from further away down there by the main entrance. There's the hot air balloon going up over there. I think for like $100 you can take that and watch the sunrise. There's probably a wait list to do that, but you also have a zip line you can do. Take what you need and be on your way. You'll see them someday, where all of our stars were faded away. See if I can block the sun for a second. The tree. Without stepping off right there. So these balustrade banisters that we're walking by are the bodies of a Naga. Naga's the Southeast Asian equivalent of the East Asian dragon. God of water. Figures into the creation story. Big battle, churning of the milk ocean kind of thing. And the mythology of Buddhism as well, I think. Naga shielded Buddha from the flood, and the rain as he meditated, and so forth. We'll take a look inside at the bas-relief, which is the highlight, I think, of this temple. And requires a fair amount of interpretation to make sense of. There's a lot going on. It's highly detailed, so it's not that it's hard to visualize, it's hard to understand because there's so much, in fact, being shown. It's the Tonle Sap Basin here. The Tonle Sap Lake is the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. Now we're here. Southern portion of the West Gallery. So we're in the West Gallery now. Yeah. We want to walk this way, right? The Battle of Kurukshetra. Take what you need and be on your way. Just try not to harden. You'll see them someday. Where all the stars were faded away. The Battle of Kurukshetra. Pandava and Kaurava clans meet in the final deadly combat. The Mahabharata is virtually unknown in modern Cambodia, unlike the Ramayana, which continues to permeate all aspects of Khmer culture. The Mahabharata would seem to have faded from cultural practice and memory with the decline of the Angkorian Empire. What you'll see here in the art and motifs at Angkor Wat is not so much a Buddhist influence, but a Hindu mythology. There was some change to Mahayana, I believe, under Jayavarman. Was it the 7th, 5th? And then a Brahmin backlash after that. A Brahmin reformation.
And then they shot the arrow. You see the killing by the arrow. Many of the arrows they shoot with the body. They through the body with it.
So you don't need a tour guide because you can kind of just walk around and listen to other people's tour guide tell the story. Just wait 30 seconds and another tour guide will pop through here, give a spiel again on all that's going on. I've never been super interested in the Hindu pantheon.
How do we know? And who's behind him? Arjuna. Yeah. And that is, we know because of he has 4 arms. See? Two arms split over there, 2 arms, one up, one down, right? See that? Yeah. So we only know 2, the rest we don't know who is it, who they are.
It's Arjun. Yeah. Arjun. I had a friend growing up, Arjun. We used to tease him, Arjun, phone for you. Hindu mom. Hindi mom.
So this is a transition, but something straight.
So take what you need and be on your way. Try not to harden. See them someday. So I'm going to the army of Saravabaman. Arjan, phone for you. King Surya Varman II, founder of Angkor Wat in the 12th century. Oh, so it's founded from the 12th century. I was thinking the 8th century in my head. His posthumous name was Parama Vishnu Loka. Triumphal Battle March. Royal tiara on an elephant with a battle axe. 15 parasols spanned by legions of servants. Compared with the image of Rama, Northern Gallery, uncanny likeness to reinforce the aura of the God King. Disorderly and ragged Siamese mercenary army. They were allied with the Khmer in their battle with the Chams. The Chams occupied what's today southern Vietnam, southern half of Vietnam. Ties have skirts and carry tridents.
Many different parasol will symbol different power. Not every general commander they are the same power. You get one staff, they get 3 staff, they get 1 star, they get 3 stars. The most powerful king. So the king can rule the city and everything. Okay, all the elephant and general commander, an elephant, and it's part of like the team leaders group in the wartime. And really no more soldier infantry. You get spared.
So take what you need, be on your way. Try not to harden, see them something. I think those are sugar palms. Maybe.
Also, the other side of the passion.
Eyes on an elephant.
Yeah, the passions.
And here's all the parasols.
The other general commander, they just have many parasol, but you see an elephant, the head of elephant, they just decoration the way these are.
That must be the king there. He's got a bunch of parasols.
But the one of these, this is the most powerful. This is one for king. This is the king who built this temple. His name is Surya Varman II. You look even on the head of elephant crown. This is the one that grateful even elephant. He get no car, no Lexus, like this, but the most powerful of these animal like useful.
So we'll continue around now and look at the next set and try to keep an eye out for those raggedy ass Siamese. This area, you know, was owned by the Thais until the 1907 treaty with the French put it back into the protectorate. It was then the protectorate of Cambodia, which was a de facto colony for the French. When you go on the tour at Wat Po, the tour guides like to point out, they have a model there of Angkor Wat, and the tour guides like to point out that that was once part of Thailand's Siamese empire, if you want to call it that, and that they traded away that area of land, this area of land we're in now, as a compromise to not be colonized by either the British or French. They played a very delicate balancing act, the King of Siam did, in pawning off, you know, the French against the British in order to remain independent state. So take what you need. I'm gonna pop over here. Are they letting people up into the Sanctum Sanctorum? Let's take a detour. See the light from up here, the morning light, before it gets too hot. On the inner part here. Of Angkor Wat. Angkor is a corruption of, what word is it? Anchor. Which I think just means like what? Temple. As far as they want us to go in this direction, can we not walk? They got a gate, huh? Complete the circumambulation here. I go like this and I become invisible. Whoosh. So nobody can see me. Yeah, they're letting people up there. Let's see if we can get up there. Sometimes there's a wait. I've read. They restrict access. Yeah. People are lined up, maybe.
You can get a nice picture. But the best view is
So I'm still learning new stuff here. You gotta come early and line up, huh? So although the line looks long, I think they swoop 100 people out, or swap 100 people out and in and out. So this line will move pretty fast once the other group up there comes down. Line's moving a little bit at a time.
Make the turtle. Make the turtle. You make the turtle like this. The pair, one pair. One pair. No, you make one.
Okay, we're almost up now to the living room. Contemplate the symmetry and symbolism of this Everest of temples. When we walked in from the entrance there on the west side, we were passing two small libraries. Moving on up to the east side. Sweet. Entrance. You know, most temples have their main approach from the east. Most of the Hindu temples, but Angkor Wat's weird has the approach from the west, which for a while had the scholars believing it had to do with the being like a crematorium or mortuary temple. Which would probably be rather logical, since when you look at things like the pyramids of Giza, they're mortuary temples as well. It's really what they are, is giant tombs. Mortuary architecture. Rock-cut tomb of a Chepsit, or almost any of the just pop into this main gallery.
There's stalls down near where we took photos.
Yeah, it's down, right?
Yeah.
Aha! The way they reinforce sometimes these ruins is, well, almost like what you'd see in a mine. They use the square style timber reinforcement there to shore up loose rock in a mine, you know. I think it's hard to imagine what it would have looked like in its heyday, with everything gleaming. Most of these temples didn't have much of a golden era because they'd be built during the reign of one king and then sacked in the next. I know the Cham sacked Angkor Wat not too long after it was built, what I read. I think they sacked Angkor Wat while Angkor Thom was being built. Oh, to be a bird at Angkor Wat. You can smell the guano in here. Yeah. I like the scenes where there's dense jungle beyond. I found the cure for the plague of the 20th century and now I've lost it. I like to pretend I'm Sean Connery in The Medicine Man. I've never even seen that movie. I remember they just played on TV when I was a kid, and then you'd hear like the preview, like in the commercial. Tonight at 8 o'clock, Sean Connery in Medicine Man. The cure for the plague of the 20th century and I've lost it. Indiana Jones, that'd be more appropriate, wouldn't it? I'm running on zero sleep here. I can't even get my movie. Aha! You can see the hot air balloon out there for $100. Wonder how the lottery works to see the sunrise. I bet they have like a waiting list for a year.
Ich habe jetzt kein Loch drin, mein Handy fällt auf den Boden.
I just realized my lens was dirty. You can see the vault here in the gallery is a corbelled arch, is it? What do they call that? Basically like a V-shaped arch, primitive style arch.
So Angkor there are lines. Okay? H direction of the whole world. And one in the center, we supposed to be number 9. So it was surrounded by the 12 stick stairs. Yeah. 3 in each side. Okay? 3 stairs. You go up here. But each stairs, we have 37 steps. You know 37? Yes, 37 heavens. Okay? So going up to the heaven, and the closest to the heaven must be the most difficult. Okay? So come to the heaven. We are on the top of heaven.
Chinese or Japanese graffiti. Now the light's really shining. Dawn becomes day. Almost back around now. Alrighty. We'll go back into the freezes here of the outer inner style or arcade gallery. So take what you need. Alright. Let's see. Aha! Monkey, monkey! Look what I got.
Well, if you don't antagonize him, he's not going to do that.
Got a big pair of balls.
Right.
So we're walking back. I think I went out the wrong way to go back to where I was. So we're coming back through. I'll pause it. It's not going to make sense. So we get back to where we left off on the freezes. Alright, I think we went through this gallery already. Yeah. This is the king battle marching. Okay, we didn't go through this gallery yet. Eastern section of the Southern Gallery, 37 Heaven, 32 Hells, Indian tradition. Lower registers Hell, Heavens above. Greater detail for Hell. Avisi Rarava. Name still known and feared in Cambodia today.
Just go within the. Compared to the else, everybody just do the same. You go to until which level you're going to go, and then you finish, and you can do that the same way what you want. And then from that point, the first one was starting which level they're going to go after they finish 32. Up or down?
I go up.
You don't want to go down?
No.
No. No one.
I'll go up.
So he's a king, he's nothing else. His name Yama. So he the god of justice. When the people die, you have to make him decide which level we're going to go.
It says here on this side, to the right, it's divided into two parts by horizontal lines. Above, near left, dwell in the educated, and attendants. Below, you can get to suffer horrible dangers that might have been cited. The ceiling of these sections was
Oh yeah, let me see what it says in the guidebook. Detailed account.
Yeah, they're here. I read that the funny
Yama's the judge with 18 arms seated on a bull. Dharma and Citragupta, his assistants. Devils drag the wicked along the road to hell. The ceiling was restored by the French in the 30s. Where the center is. Excuse me.
Tied up, on the tree with many thorns, and then they could play, and then they want something like that. It's a bad punishment.
Has the tree of many thorns and impalement.
So the activity at the bottom of the way for to punish the guy who do something after they die, they get punishment.
Yeah. Let's see, now we're into the churning of the milk ocean. In the East Gallery. Churning of the ocean of milk. 80 Asuras. On the left, 92 Divas. Crested helmets turning up the sea to extract from it the elixir of immortality. The demons hold the head of the serpent, Vasuki, and the gods hold its tail. At the center of the sea, Vasuki is coiled around Mount Mandala, which turns up the water in the tug of war between the demons and the gods. Vishnu incarnated as a huge turtle, lends his shell to serve as the base and pivot of Mount Mandala. Brahma Shiva, Hanuman, the monkey god, and Lakshmi, goddess of wealth and prosperity, all make appearances, while overhead a host of heavenly female spirits sing and dance in encouragement. Lucky for us, the gods won as the Asparas above were too much for the hot-blooded devils to take. World Monuments Fund completed this in only 2012. These are the Apsaras up above. Demons down there. Demon, demon. Demon.
Eles estão quase saindo lá de trás. Vai ficar muito grande.
And then divided to let them have one of the monsters. It's like
they laid the stone in the shape of the building, and then they fill the dirt ramps slope, and then anyone can walk over, and they can pull the stone to keep on the top until the sun is covered. And after that, they clean the dirt out, they make a stage around the pole, and they build a scaffolding and they shape the temple. So they come, and then artists come and they draw on it, and the craftsmen come and decorate it. So they decorate the temple from the top down. So mostly certain they work with it, but they work mostly.
That's interesting. That guy was talking about how they do the decorations from the top down. Using dirt. We still have some more bas reliefs. It gets a little tedious. Now we're around the back side. I think we'll see the Elephant Gate. This gate, which has a stairway, was used by the king and others for mounting and dismounting elephants directly in front of the gallery. Directly from the gallery, north of the gate is a camera inscription recording the erection of a nearby stupa in the 18th century. This is the way I walked before. It's like another battle scene. ain't saying he a broke nigga. Is this Vishnu conquers the demons? Krishna the Demon King? I don't think we're to the north section yet. Now we're in the north section, right? No, that was the East Gallery, so we're looking at Vishnu conquers the demons. Now we're in the North Gallery, Krishna and the Demon King. Come on. It's Garuda. Garuda's the mount of Vishnu. Krishna and the Demon King, I think this is. So somebody is kneeling in the final scene here, asking for life to be spared. I guess that's here, maybe? Now go to what? The western section of the northern gallery, which will be Battle of the Gods and the Demons. Battle of the Gods and Demons. Ramayana. Battle of Lanka, Rama on the shoulders of Hanuman, along with his army of monkeys, battles 10-headed, 20-armed Ravana, captor of Rama's beautiful wife Sita. Ravana rides a chariot? No. This one. 21 gods of the Brahmanic pantheon and various demons. Gods are featured with their traditional attributes and mounts. Vishnu has 4 arms and is seated on a Garuda, while Shiva rides a sacred goose. I thought Shiva always rode Nanda, sacred bull. North half of the West Gallery. We didn't get to that yet. Aha, here's Shiva on his sacred goose. Really? Fucking Chinese. Let me just smoke my cigarette. People are always like, why don't you live in Japan or China like permanently? I'm like, I care about my health. Like, it's impossible to really have a social life there if you don't like smoking. If you like don't want to do it yourself, you don't have to, but you're going to be around it and people are going to do it, and it's going to be impossible if you try to police other people's behavior that you don't know. It'd be very weird. And people like that, you could see like their attitude about it is like, just light up wherever you want. It's actually like the 1980s in a lot of Japanese restaurants I've been to, like, and our smoking section and our non-smoking section. It's like, what's the difference? So now going to the last gallery. So gross. Ugh. Like lingers, I can still smell it. Chinese are the new ugly Americans as tourists. They come through doing that shit in their little VIP groups, and then they come through loud and obnoxious in their huge tour bus groups. Move over, America, you've been replaced. Battle of Lanka, the north half of the West Gallery, shows scenes from the Ramayana. In the Battle of Lanka, Rama, on the shoulders of Hanuman, along with his army of monkeys, battles 10-headed, 20-armed Ravana, captor of Rama's beautiful wife Sita. Ravana's got a drawn by monsters, kinds of army of giants.
You saw. They were making it.
Even here, being in Cambodia for a month, I wear a mask, you know, when I ride the motorbike to keep out dust and stuff. You kind of have to, or you'd be sick by the end of the day. And it's fine if you're a tourist here for like 1 or 2 days, but if you're here for a prolonged amount of time, it's gross. You get sick. But then you'll go into like a nightclub or something at the end of the day and everyone's smoking and you think of like, you know, on my motorbike and walking down the street, I'm wearing the mask to keep out the pollution because there's no catalytic converters, you know, on any of those tuk-tuks. And then you go into a smoky club for 2, 3, 4 hours.
But the monkeys are the good side?
Yes, all the monkeys are on the good side.
Not like today, all the monkeys are evil.
To relieve someone like a Rama.
But as well, it's monkeys against humans. It's not.
No. For sure, like we are but the good side is because when you're outside, and we don't have someone
So that completes our rounds. You get an idea at least of what's here on the bas-relief and why it's the highlight of Angkor Wat. Now there's much more. I'm quite tired and I have one more day left on my pass, so I could go do a video maybe about Bayon, but I'm tired. I have to go home and sleep. I'm not going to push myself. There's no reason to. We walked in over there before. These are supposed to be lions. And those are the library. There's one here and there's one on the other side of the main avenue. So I'm gonna head back now to Siem Reap, take a rest. The smarter thing to do is to sightsee earlier in the day, and but if you want to like go out to Pub Street at night, you end up sleeping late till like 10, 11, and doing everything in the heat of the day till like 5, 6. It's a trade-off. If you don't want to do any nightlife when you come here, then you can get up really early, go home for the heat of the day, come back in the afternoon. It's much better. So that's where everybody was watching the sunrise from. Looks like there's actually some lotus blooming, or lily. Usually I associate that as a summer bloom like July, August, but it's so hot here in the winter. Angkor Wat.